run game today was a season high for you, and maybe even for you in particular, big runs for you.
It was a season high for me too. You said?
No, season well for you too. Yeah, for the team as well.
You said what?
What was the difference?
Really, it was the how the offensive line, receivers, tight ends, all of them came together and realized that for us to be efficient in the run game, it takes all of us. I do what I do in pressing, but I can only do so much. At the same time, this isn't a team sport, so for the big plays to happen, for the splash plays that everyone want to see, everybody talk about they want to see more. It's just that it takes all 11 of us. So downfield blocking was a big thing that we try to get better, and that's the thing I think we did today. Finishing and straining through runs, straining through plays. If somebody breaks one, anybody pitch another block. If you look around the league, those are what sparks big runs. That's how big runs happen, is the downfield play from other guys. So I think that was just something that showed today.
Can this get the run game going for the rest of the season, you think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, the more that we come together and realize that we look on film and we see Pat threw a block right here, Miller, just certain guys just coming in there and blocking. I think that they'll see that if you want to be efficient on both passing and running, that you got to get you got to get there and block. There's a dirty part of everybody's job. For us, it's pass protection. Getting a 4-yard run or just doing things like that. And for the receivers, it's getting there and blocking. Sometimes you got to block a DN and you're not sized up well, but you just getting something on him creates a bigger play. So I think that when we go on film and we see that, that's just going to be something to build upon.
When you're running towards the end zone there, do you have like a yard line where you kind of know, okay, I can dive from here? Is it all just feel? You only made it by, I don't know, a couple of inches. That was pretty impressive.
You saying, do I have like a certain...
Yeah, I mean, guy goes up for a dunk, he knows I can make it from the foul line or wherever. Do you have a spot where you can get to the goal line?
How you know that? You don't know that. I think that everybody believes, whenever I believe they can do something, they can do it. It doesn't care what people say or what they think is normal. Like, if I say I want to jump from the free throw line like Michael Jordan did, you could jump from the free throw line. I don't put no type of restraints on what I can do because I know what I can do. I don't really care what other people say or think. So when I had the opportunity, I just took it. And I know I don't care if I was however far away, I know I could make it when I really believe in myself. So, to answer your question, no.
You have a run like you did in the second quarter, guys piling on you, kind of carrying them. Do you enjoy that? Do you, I don't know, put any intent into that? What's your viewpoint on a run like that?
To spark the offense. You got to have when drivers aren't going so well, you need a play that will spark it. I always try to be that person to spark the play. So really, when that was some more of just what can I do for the team to know that we got to keep pushing, and this is a 4-quarter fight, and we need plays and create some type of excitement to know that all right, Najee did that, let me do mines now, and then it should be a domino effect. The receivers do that, tight ends make plays, Justin make plays, and it's just a domino effect. So really, it's just to give a spark for the team.
Some of the guys you had those brutal runs like that, but you bounced a touchdown outside. You put a nifty move on a guy in the open field another time. Do you feel that maybe you're a little more nimble when you run at times now?
What? I know, like I said, I know what I could do, man. I don't know what y'all trying to get out of me. I've been doing that since college. I've been doing that in the league. I don't. It's just certain plays you can show more because you're more open space one-on-one. Sometimes when the play is clogged, you ain't gonna see me doing a move. Like that. Sometimes it's certain opportunities where you could make those type of moves. So I'm guessing you're talking about on that run where I broke in. Yeah, man, I'm one-on-one with the corner, so that's something that me personally likes to have because those are opportunities I know I can win both hurdling, running over, or making a move. So when that situation came, I saw him playing a little bit more on the outside and didn't want me to get out to the edge. So I knew that if I make a move, I did actually last week against the Seahawks, or not last week, against the Cowboys So, man, I'm not good at interviewing, man, because I'm actually too honest with what I say, man, and I don't have no filter. So I'm trying to keep this stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to keep this stuff PG before I start cussing. So, what's the?
One more. Some of the guys in the locker room mentioned that it looked like you had an extra edge coming into today.
Who said that?
Sean Elliott said it. Or said it. They said maybe it was because Marshawn was here that he was changing beast mode. What kind of attitude did you have coming into today? Did you feel like you had another edge?
Nah, I just feel like, man, we got to get a win. I think we lost 2 in a row. So, I mean, this is a perfect time to get another win and be a 4th and 2 and go on to play our next opponent. So that's really my mindset. Sorry I can't make every game like that. I know y'all just waiting to write type something about me. I'm going to try to do it again next game, you know what I mean? And maybe it'll be something good, but you know what I mean? It was just one of those games where shit started working good, I guess.
All right.
Thanks,
We
man.
have Justin.
Fire away.
DJ, when you're playing with 3 of your other outside linebackers, you feel a little more compelled to try and make things play?
No. I mean, I can definitely feel the slides and more chips and things of that nature, but I understand that at a certain point, if they want to truly eliminate getting to the quarterback with getting the ball out quick, the slides, the chips, like a team can pretty much do that if they want to. So I'm going to have to try to find ways to continue to affect the game as much as possible, and I've been doing the punch out since, back to Tim Tibesar in college at Wisconsin. He coached Peanut Tillman in Chicago, and he used to always tell me, and Peanut used to always get a ball out every day in practice, and I carried that with me, and it's been something I've continued to try to do, especially when you get in those situations. And when you have a defense that flies around like this, you're able to take more chances. I don't always get the football, but when you do, it's a big play.
You guys have been taking the ball away in the red zone here a lot the last couple of games.
Yeah, we'll take them anywhere on the field we can get, but when it's in the red zone, you're taking away points. It's huge plays.
When your offense is able to capitalize out and score on a lot of those turnovers, what does that do for a defense?
Well, it's huge. It allows us to continue to hopefully pin our ears back. But even just like, I think it was the second to last drive, they were able to still march down and score. And we need to correct. There's still things to correct, even though we were able to win with a decent-sized margin. But I'd say more importantly is just starting the game fast. And I know we talk about it each and every week, but we need to continue to hone in on starting the game faster.
You wanted to start games faster, but just what did you like about the response after that initial touchdown?
Oh, it was great. I think 3 or 4 3 and outs in a row after that, and it's just corrections and kind of warming up to the action, as Coach T always says. We just need to come off the bus ready to go.
What does it say about this defense that you guys lead the league in red zone takeaways, I think, by at least 2 more than the next closest team?
I don't know. I wouldn't even know that stat if you didn't tell me right now.
What does it say maybe about the timing of the splash plays that you have, the bend but don't break defense that seems to show up week after week?
Yeah, we're trying to make splash plays any time in the field. It just so happens that right now they're coming in the red zone, but we'll take them any way we possibly can.
Did you feel the crowd?
Oh, absolutely. We knew that was going to be the case, but appreciate it. Steeler fans are incredible. Steeler Nation is smart when it comes to when to get loud, and they were awesome today.
Cam was pretty animated after that first touchdown drive. What was his message there to the line?
Oh, a lot of yelling. I don't know, Cam being Cam, but it worked.
How much does it motivate a defense when you see Najee rip off some of the runs that he had today?
It's huge. It's huge. Anytime you're able to run the ball in the National Football League, it's demoralizing for a defense. We know from experience. But it also allows us to get a little bit more wind on the sideline to be able to come out. And we always say best defenses spend a lot of time on the bench. And when we're ripping off runs like that, we're able to spend time on the bench.
What did you see from Moon out there? Played a lot.
He played a lot. Him and Ade stepped up, had a great game today, trying to find ways to get off the field a little bit more and let those guys get some snaps. And we knew they were more than capable of getting some positive snaps. And even at the end there, Ade had a couple nice rushes.
Good.
And the block punt was incredible by Moon.
Good. Thanks.
All right, thanks, guys.
Hey, Justin, on those 2 third-down completions where they called for roughing the pass, you guys capitalized on that. In both instances, touchdown in the field. How big were those instances?
Yeah, those were huge. Those are super big. So I'm glad. The second one was kind of harder to see, so I'm glad the refs were able to see that. And I don't know who it was, but somebody just did something extra, kind of pushed my face mask in the ground. So I'm glad the refs got that. But those are definitely big for us for sure.
Justin, what was working for the run game today? How much does it help you out when you have Najee ripping off the runs that he has?
Yeah, the O-line did a great job, and of course Najee did a great job. All the running backs, to be honest with you. And I think we just played with a lot of effort and the physicality. Yards up to contact. Najee was getting pushed by O-linemen. I saw Muth in there couple of times. So, you know, those yards at the contact kind of pushing the pile. We need those, and it, you know, kind of sparks the offense. So.
Justin, he had those bruising runs like that, but he bounced a touchdown outside, and another one he bounced outside for a long gain.
Mm-hmm.
You saw like two different types of backs with Najee.
Yeah, I mean, Najee, I don't know what he ate last night. I don't know what he did, but he sure did ball out today. So whatever he did, you know, this week, hopefully he comes back and, you know, do the same thing next week.
How the running game with Najee is going, does that make it easier for you when you go to run, you know, on some like the bootleg and things like that? Because they're more focused on him there?
Yeah, I think my second rushing touchdown, I mean, you know, Najee scored on the toss, so they were probably thinking we were going to do the same thing. You fake the toss and, you know, keep the boot. And, you know, there's only one or two guys over there. So, you know, just like I said, it starts with the O-line up front, and then it starts with the run game. So, and then kind of everything works off of that. So, like I said, you know, Najee and the O-line did a great job executing. And, yeah, a big day for sure.
Ryan Frazier went out, Ryan came in. What was that connection like for you early on?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. You know, I got a lot of reps with Ryan in training camp, so you know, it was pretty normal for me. Just had to make sure I was getting a few snaps from him, you know, before he came in. But it was smooth for the most part.
What was it to get those turnovers in the second half and then just build on that lead that you guys?
Yeah, I think it's just complementary football. You know, it's what you want in a football team. It's, you know, the formula for winning football. So, you know, I think we talked about it maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago or whatever, however long it was. You know, when the defense gets turnovers, you know, as an offense, we want to capitalize on that and turn it into, you know, a touchdown. So glad we were able to do that today.
You haven't been scoring a lot of points, but you did today. I mean, how much confidence does that give you that you guys are able to produce points like that already?
Yeah, I think it gives us, you know, a lot of confidence, and I think we could have put more up. Yeah, of course, a couple of mishaps, but, you know, 32 points is pretty solid. But, you know, we're just going to keep, you know, getting better, keep working, and, you know, hopefully we put up more next week.
You mentioned those mishaps. There's a series in the first half where I think you had 3 incompletions in a row that were off target.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of have to bounce back past that and not let those missed throws kind of linger throughout the game.
I mean, everybody has missed throws at the end of the day. Nobody's perfect. So, yeah, I mean, it's not about to get in my head or anything. I've missed, you know, so many throws in my career. So it's nothing new. It's not, you know, anything different. Like I said, everybody missed throws, whether you're Tom Brady, you know, Aaron Rodgers, or whoever. So, yeah.
Justin, obviously, in hindsight, it's 2020, the throw to Pat ended up to Pat in the end zone where you were past the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Just on plays like that, how do you balance wanting to make plays downfield with your arm versus wanting to take off the road?
Yeah, third. It was that in that case. It was third down, and you know, Arthur's been preaching since training camp. Kind of when I threw the ball, kind of got a flashback from training camp of him saying not to throw the ball kind of across the field. So when I let it go, that's all I could think about. But I'm glad, you know, Pat caught it, of course. But wish I was behind the line of scrimmage. But definitely got to balance that. You know, I think some of those scrambles that, you know, you were talking about earlier, Brooke. I think a couple of those I probably could have just, you know, tugged the ball and ran. Got probably at least 8 to 10 yards. So, you know, just balancing that, and, you know, the defense was to play soft, just running the ball, taking, you know, what the defense gives me, and using my legs a little bit. So, yeah.
Is it easier
Legs, a couple more rushing touchdowns today. What do you like about using your mobility in the red zone there?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, it just gives the defense something else to worry about. The first one, they played that play pretty well. And, you know, of course, we were able to capitalize that. You know, O-line was blocking pretty good, so I just, you know, escaped to the edge and, you know, got in the end zone in the second one. Like we talked about earlier, I think the defense was so worried about Najee from his, you know, touchdown. You know, that backside was just wide open, but great play calling, and it was pretty much wide open. Made my job easy. So.
When you're talking about taking what's there, is that easier to do when there's a pretty good number up on the scoreboard and you're running the ball well and things are generally going good? You know, you're not pressing or something like that.
I think so. You know, I think biggest thing late when we were up pretty big was just, you know, staying on the field and making that clock run. So, you know, I wasn't trying to get greedy at all. I was just, you know, trying to take what the defense gives me and, yeah, just keep that clock rolling and keep the ball moving. So, yeah.
Anyone else?
Steelers fans showed out here.
Yeah.
Did it feel like a home game out there?
It did. You know, I'm looking at the Raiders offense. They're going on silent cadence. So, you know, I'm not surprised. I saw something on social media earlier this week saying that, you know, I think we bought like 50% of the tickets. So, big shout out to Steeler Nation for showing up big for us and coming to support us. So, yeah.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.